Hey everyone, this is Judi with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. Today I'm going to be setting up and writing in my big love letters planner for Monday the 19th through Sunday the 25th. We're going to do the letter K this week. But before I get started, I wanted to give you another update on my Guanya pens. So if you follow my channel, you know that last week I've been storing them tip side down, and last week they all dried up. So I stored them horizontally for several days, and then today I stored them, since this morning I've been storing them tip side up, which is extremely counterintuitive to me, but I thought I would give it a try. So this is where we're at now. They are coming back. So if you have Guanya pens, like I said, counterintuitively, store them tip side up. I don't know why that makes a difference. Like I said, it doesn't make any sense to me, but they are coming back to life from being stored tip side up. I don't know why. So, that's that. I'm not going to use them this week because they, for a couple reasons. Because they're still a little dry. I'm not sure they'd make it through an entire practice session. Also, though, I have several other pens I wanted to talk to you about. So if you watched last week's video, I talked to you about the PaperMate Flairs and how if you use enough pressure, you can get the tip to flex a little bit and get these to act like brush pens. This takes an enormous amount of pressure, more pressure than I would want to use for an entire practice session. Plus, it's probably significantly shortening the lifespan of the pen to push on the tip hard enough to get it to flex like that. So there was a great discussion in the comments on last week's video between Catherine Baker of Baker Lane Studios on Instagram and Motivated by Stickers, and they introduced two different new additional pens. So shout out to both of them. Catherine Baker turned me on to the MONAMI Plus Pen 3000, and this is what it looks like. I got the 48 pack, which is the biggest pack I could find. It was only like $18 and change. And these are all the colors. They're all unique colors. There are no duplicates. And they come in these two little clamshell packs. So these are, I swatched all of these and some thoughts. So they're very, very skinny. The barrels on these pens are very thin. So if you need a fatter pen to hang on to, be forewarned, these are very, very thin. They're like Le Pen thin, and that's the other pen I'm going to get to. So, but they do have a very small but flexible tip. Now these are made, I believe I read on the back box, and there is some kanji on there which indicates Asian. I believe I read somewhere that these were made in Taiwan. So there is a little bit of a range in tip. All the tips are not exactly the same like you would expect from a higher quality pen. There's a little bit of a range as far as firmness goes. But the cool thing about these pens is they are a flex tip. They are meant to go ahead and do brush style hand lettering, and they're small enough tip. Let me zoom in for you guys. I'm zoomed out because I thought I was going to start decorating, not spend a bunch of time talking about pens. You are able to get some relatively small writing, which for those of us that do a classic or even a mini planner, some of the fatter brush tip pens, it's difficult to get writing small enough that you could fit it comfortably in a classic or especially a mini planner. So I'm using a half a line here. Let me do a full-sized word, or a word that's got a full-size letter. So like I said, some of these they all have nice points. They all flowed ink-wise for me. It's just that some of them have stiffer tips than others. So, but I suspect that they will break in and all be similar eventually. But you can see I'm definitely able to get thick and thin strokes from these without trying too hard. And I can write quite a bit smaller with these. The last pen suggestion comes from Motivated by Stickers, and that is this new Le Pen Flex. These were more expensive. I have 2 different 10 packs. There are 18 colors, so I do have 2 duplicated colors. This like violet color and one of these this darker teal color is duplicated. But otherwise, there are 18 unique colors, the pastel set and the primary set. They are meant for brush lettering, hand lettering. They've got a flexible rubberized tip. Took me forever to figure out how to open the box, just so you know. I'm lucky I didn't break it trying to get it. These are super, super thin. Again, the barrel. Nice brush pen style tip. These are a little on the softer side, and they're deceptive. They're deceptively fat. I don't know how else to say it. So the tip is nice and flexible, much more flexible than the Monami's. And I did try to write half size, and I did have some trouble. The potential is there. It's just going to take a little more practice. So these are super skinny, but the tip is almost as flexible as the Pentel Touch. So just another, you're going to pay a little more for these, but I think the quality on these is a bit better as well. So if you're looking for something to do very, very small writing, give the Monami's a try. You don't have to get the 48 pack. You can get, I think there was a 36 and a 24. And if you're looking for, if you just are a Le Pen fan, or if you're looking for something else to throw in the rotation for the big full-size letters, Le Pen is your way to go. So thanks everyone for the suggestions. Keep them coming. I am becoming a bit of a pen addict, in case you couldn't tell. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and get going. I'm going to zoom us back out, and we'll get going on decorating this week's spread. And then I will probably use the Le Pen this week, just because I feel like it writes the same size as the other pens I have in rotation. So I'll switch out the Guanya with the Le Pen, and I think it's even going to fit in the same part of the rotation. So for this week, I wanted to do some pastel florals, just keep channeling that spring vibe. And so I pulled out this sticker book, which I have added a whole lot of loose sticker sheets to. So if you're brand new to my channel, I've talked quite a bit in the past about when I very first started with Happy Planner, how I took apart a bunch of my sticker books. Some of them got put back together. I don't do that anymore. And that's a whole nother video. I actually talk about that in part 2 of my sticker storage series. I will link that in the cards up above. Anyway, to keep a long story from getting even longer, I have these pages. I think that they came out of a student book that got taken apart a while back, but I want to use these. I want to pick up the pink, the purple, the peach, and the green. Those are going to be my 4 pen colors that I'm going to go for, I think. I do have one more page, a 3rd page of these, that has some blue, but I think I don't want to introduce the blue into the scheme of things unless I need the stickers. So we're going to go ahead and just decorate with starting with these colors. And I'm just going to do my usual, go around the pages with the biggest stickers first. I'll start by sticking my 2 pages together with a sticker right down the center. emptied out both of those pages. I think that I will not touch this one, so I have enough florals to do another spread. And rather than just picking around and getting everything but the blue, I'm going to save that page. So there we go. Let me cut this apart and punch it. Quite a difference this week from all the blues. I wanted to definitely, we've got sunshine this week, so I wanted to embrace the sun and go with some nice bright florals. Let's pull some boxes. I'm just going to use some, there's some gold foil on here, so I could go with gold boxes, or I think I'll just try to match to the colors that are on the page. So let's see, I think this green, I'm not sure I want any of those pinks. Maybe this one. Yeah, actually that one matches pretty well. So let's start with green. I don't really have a peach in this book. Let's see if we can find a peach box. So I pulled the handwritten colored boxes, and it's got this peach in it, which I think, yeah, this kind of coral peachy color. So I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to use some Jelly Roll to white out the word that's there. I think I only need one, because if I rotate through, well, if I rotate through the colors again, then they're going to be lined up. So, but I think I do want to go ahead. If there are only two, let's go ahead and grab another one of these hot pinks. And yeah, let's go ahead and grab the other peach. Since there are peach lines, I kind of don't mind going a little heavier on the peach. And then we'll do one more of the green. All right, let me grab I'm just gonna grab a Jelly Roll. You can use a Signo, either one. I'm gonna go ahead and white these out real quick so they have plenty of time to dry while I'm putting everything away. Okay, let me grab my super fine. Let's see, we'll use the micron. So Monday the 19th is the letter K. Tuesday the 20th, start with the K at the beginning with kite. Wednesday we go with Kudo, as in kudos to you guys for sticking with me. Next we're going to go with a K in the middle with woke. She woke up on the wrong side of the bed. 23rd is Mike, not as in the name Mike, but as in the comedian used the mic to tell jokes. And then K at the end, and there were no words. There are no normal words in the English language with a double K in the middle, so we're not gonna even try. So the 24th we go with back. And my whiteout wasn't quite dry enough. And then Hulk. So I am going to pick my pens, zoom in, and we'll get going on some practice, some hand lettering practice. Alright, so here are my pens. I'm going to do the pink zebra, the purple Tombow Fudenosuke, this peach, it's out of the Pastel pack of the Le Pen Flex, and then this lime green brush pen, the Pentel brush pen. So those are my 4 pens. I'm going to start with my ace practice down here like I usually do. Definitely need to warm up. I'm a little all over the place. Okay, the Le Pen Flex. See See what I mean? Deceptively chunky letters for such a tiny little pen. And then the Pentel Touch. Okay, she said as we got ready to do the K's. So, examining this closely, create K much like the traditional cursive stroke. Add a larger loop for a prettier letter, a larger top loop, the L part. So basically we're going to do an L, only they're starting quite a bit farther over to the left on some of these and coming all the way across, whereas our L, we start basically right where we want to join up. This one's huge, that one's almost non-existent, so I think this is going to be another case of whatever you find most pleasing to your eye. So we do our L stroke, and then we're going to start at the center line and come heavy. I find this interesting because we're doing heavy down and then a little loop. This one's almost non-existent. This one is non-existent. So again, with whatever loop is most pleasing to your eye, but at that point it looks like we get light. And even though we're coming down, we keep it light, thin and light. I don't see any of these really looking heavy. So I think that's interesting. Hopefully that doesn't mess up our muscle memory that we've got going where we're used to doing heavy down. Maybe heavy down will look great. I don't know. I did pull the Tombow Fudenosuke calligraphy worksheet to look at that K, and they're doing their stylized L loop just like the B and the D and the actual L. They do a great big, keep getting off camera. They do a great big loop on their L. So they're doing that just like this book. But their K is quite a bit different. They're almost making it look like a B. So here's the B. Remember we do the L and then we come out and around for the B. For this K they're doing the L and then they're coming out and around and kind of tucking up in there and coming back out. So more similar to a B, I think. So I think this letter is going to be one of those like the R and the S, and for me at least the O, that we're going to have to play with some styles until we find something that we like. So without further ado, let's switch over to Monday. I'm going to grab my first pen, the Zebra, and start with some K's. So here I have my slant on my L up here on April to help me remember. So we're going to do an L. And then we're going to start at the midway point, heavy down, light down and up. So that looks pretty similar. Gonna have to play with this, I think. Can start further over. Do a bigger loop. And we need to come up to get our connector stroke. And I don't want to, I'm noticing we don't want to start out too far, this distance here, because we need to come out past that with our connector stroke here. So they're starting tucked in quite a bit. I kind of don't like the loop. To me, it looks like a little bit of a tangled up mess. Switching to the Fudenosuke. I'm not liking these. I think I might try the B style one and see if I like it better. I don't know. What do you guys think? You'll have to let me know in the comments down below which style you like better. Is that gonna look too much like a B? No, not really. Maybe a little bit. Oh, I can't decide. Alright, let's try the Le Pen. I think I'm finding something I'm starting to like. So instead of getting really curly with this part of the K, like I am up here, where I've got quite a curve to it, I kind of like it straighter and then keeping the curve here for the connector tail. I think I'll kind of hone in on that today and see what I think. Yeah, the more I look at these, the more I think they look like bees. I think I need to stick with this type. I definitely like that better when it's straighter though. Finally, the Pentel touch. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. It's kind of one of those, I know it when I see it. And it's funny too, things that I don't like on my handwriting, I see other people do. Like the little whoop-de-doo on this end of the V and the W. And I love it. It looks great, but when I do it, I don't like my version of it. All right, so I'm gonna stick with this version of the K. Let's go to kite. Light up, heavy down, connector tail. I, T, E. Yeah, not bad. My slant kind of died out. I got really fat on that one for some reason. I was trying starting over further to the left. I thought that little extra bit of frilliness helped the K fit in better with the rest of the letters. The new Le Pen Flex. Not bad. I'm liking it better than I thought I would when I very first started. So next is Kudo. Oh yeah, I definitely hate that curved. I do not like that one. If you're wondering why we have some somewhat strange words like Kudo, I try to use as many of the words, the letters that we've learned up to date, so trying to get as many of them into the weekly rotation as possible. So this is the only word this week that actually has a D in it, but I wanted to be sure to include a D because we just learned it. Okay, our next word is woke. I like it. Yeah, I like that. More than I thought I would. I'm noticing I like my W's better when I keep the center lower than the two sides. I don't know why I never noticed that before. All the more reason to keep throwing all the different letters into the mix. Next is Mike. I hit the sticker, the clear part of the sticker there. It messed me up. I have to be careful. I'm leaving myself a little short on the tails, the connectors on the Ks. Back. Not bad. I'm getting that L stroke down finally. They look more consistent than I would expect. I like it. I tried starting the B over further like some of the Ks. I think that's a nice way to start a word. Very nice. Last but not least, Hulk. Three of the L forms in this one. I had to be careful after doing this movement at the end of my L that I don't do the same thing on my K. I really didn't think I would like Ks, and I am liking them. I like the color scheme, I like the pens, and best of all, I like the K. So I encourage you for sure to play with your K and come up with something that is pleasing to your eye. There are lots and lots of different ways to do a K, and I'm sure you can come up with something that you fall in love with. So thank you for joining me. I hope you like this video. I hope it encourages you to keep with it and keep trying with your hand lettering practice. It's definitely worth it. It's been worth it for me so far. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.